So next question is, how do I realize myself? How do I have the ability to teach? Okay, how to reach that stage of realization, Shrotriya Brahmanishta, is the question. For this question, you have find such a Shrotriya and Brahmanishta become a student. Now you have come to Bharatanatyam teacher. You are learning Bharatanatyam. So you need a Bharatanatyam teacher. How did you find a Bharatanatyam teacher? Looking here and there. There are so many Bharatanatyam teachers. Finally, you have to select one. Right? Which one did you select? So Bharati Vidya Bhavan. Right? You go and pay some brand and some name. Okay. So little authentic. So to find out a Bharatanatyam teacher, you have to go through some process. Right? So similarly, to find a spiritual master, you have to go through an authentic process. Compared to Bharatanatyam, finding a spiritual master is much more difficult. So Bharatanatyam person, at least you can see some dance postures. He's doing a good dance. Okay. A real spiritual master is doesn't show off. He's silent. Okay. So he is silent. He doesn't show off. And may not be popular also. He may not have brand also. So, very difficult to get that. Understand? So Shankaracharya says one thing. It is very, very difficult to get a human birth. Extremely difficult. Right? Human birth is very rare. Why? There are 84 million types of life forms. And most of life is unconscious. Stone and minerals. Human birth is very, very rare indeed. Okay? And once you get a human birth, there's no guarantee that next human birth will be there. That's also not guaranteed. To get a human birth is very rare. In human birth, to get a desire that I want mukti, liberation, is very difficult. Not many people out of 1,000 people, even one person doesn't get that desire. Understand? The desire doesn't come easily. And if that person gets a desire, for him more difficult is Mahapurusha Sangha, Satpurusha Sangha, which is difficult. Understand? It's very difficult. It's not easy. Reason is simple. Reason is, any other subject, you can find external characteristics. Somebody is good in maths, you can find some degree certificate. Or somebody is good in dance, you can find out. But as a Satpurusha or Mahapurusha, there's no characteristic. Okay? External characteristic is not there. Neither dress nor the behavior can't be there. So in the absence of that, who is Brahmanishta is very difficult to find. Brahmanishta is very difficult, but Shrotriya you can find. Somebody is able to speak well, communicate well, you can find Shrotriya. Right? Somebody is able to give a lecture, very good lecture. Okay, at least I understand. So that Shrotriya you can find. But Brahmanishta, to find a Brahmanishta is very difficult because Brahmanishta is inner quality. There's no external symptom for that. Right? So then how do you find a Brahmanishta? How do you find a Gnani? This is very difficult. So now you cannot, a person who is in ignorance cannot evaluate a Gnani. Whereas you want a Bharatanatyam teacher, you can evaluate a Bharatanatyam teacher. Oh, he's able to do this posture. At least looks good. Whereas a Gnani you cannot evaluate because it's inner quality, not outer quality. So it's like a primary school kid. How do you understand who is a PhD? You'll never be able to understand. It's difficult. Then how do you find a guru? It's impossible. Okay. Only the Prakriti, nature, or Ishvara, Bhagavan, will take you to the right guru. With human mind, it's impossible to find a right guru. Okay. With the human mind, you can find a dance teacher. You can find a music teacher. With the human mind, you can find a science teacher. But with the human mind, you cannot find a Sadguru. The Sadguru, to get a Sadguru in your life, the grace of Ishvara is required. Blessing of God. The blessing of God only will take you to Sadguru. There's no other way. Okay. I mean, forget about Sadguru here. Even marriage, no? A boy to find a girl is very difficult. Which type of girl? Where is she? A girl will find out a boy. Ultimately, 100 boys and 100 girls. Finally, one match has to happen. No? Finally, some match will happen. That's why the marriages are made in heaven, they say. Earth, you don't understand how marriage happens. So in that sense, meeting a right spiritual master is what we call as a result of your good karma. That's why Shankaracharya says Mahapurusha Sangha is very rare indeed, very difficult, because you don't know who is. Okay, and that happens because of many lifetimes of good karma. Otherwise, it won't happen. Okay.
What are the good karmas we need to do to get the Sangha of
I'll explain that, right? So many lifetimes of good karma only can take you to a Mahapurusha, but with your own mind, you may not be able to find a guru. But what will happen is, ultimately situation will happen in such a way that you will be able to find a Mahapurusha. In reality, if you look at it, it is not because of you found a guru. It is that guru found you. Guru in the form of God found you. Okay. So it is difficult situation for a normal human mind to find a guru. So if your question is, how do I become Brahmanishta and Shrotriya? To become anything in life, we need to have a good guru or teacher. Right? If you want to become a good Bharatanatyam dancer, you need a good Bharatanatyam teacher. If you go to disco dancer and learn Bharatanatyam, it won't help. Understand? Right? So if I have to become a Brahmanishta, I need a Brahmanishta as a guru. Otherwise, it will be difficult. The people are there, Shrotriya are there. Shrotriya means Acharyas. They'll be able to communicate well. They themselves are not Brahmanishtas. Then you learn scriptures. For a beginner, that's also a good step. But finally, realization requires a realization master. Right? So that whole process of finding a master is like this. You heard story of Ramakrishna. You are from Calcutta, right? You heard story of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. What is the story of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa? He was in the Kali temple. He was doing puja. He was doing intense puja. Mother Kali used to appear to him. He used to give prasad, naivedya. She used to interact with him, right? Then one day, a person called Totapuri comes to this place. You heard of that? So Totapuri, he asked permission from Kali. Can I learn from him? Totapuri says, Kali says, go and learn from him. Then he goes to Totapuri. Totapuri says, close your eyes and meditate. I am Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. Totapuri is Vedanta teaching. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa is Bhakti. Correct? So Totapuri says, Aham Brahmasmi, meditate. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa closes his eyes. He is able to only see the Mother Kali coming in front of his vision. Then Totapuri says, even that vision is Mithya, Maya. Destroy that vision of Mother Kali with the sword of knowledge. So then what happens? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa is established in Brahmadnana, Atmadnana. Are we clear? So then what will happen? Then he becomes Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Till that point, he was a pujari of the temple, Calcutta temple. So he is realized Paramahamsa. So what are the steps involved here? Steps involved is, step number 1 is Bhakti. Second step is Guru. And third step is Jnana. So Bhakti is for whom? Bhakti is for the God, Ishvara. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa worshipped Mother Kali as Ishwari, the Lord. So that worship of Mother Kali, the Ishvara gets pleased with you, then he will send a Guru. Without Ishvara getting pleased with you, Guru will not appear in your life, in that sense. Now, does Guru come? No. Ishvara comes in the form of Guru. Totapuri is nothing but Mother Kali appearing as Guru. Ishvara himself appears as Guru. Okay. So then third step is Jnana. So the steps are Ishvara, Guru, Atmeti. Ishvara, Guru, Atma. These are the 3 steps for realization. And who has to be Guru? The Ishvara himself has to be Guru. See, why it's Ishvara has to be himself has to be Guru. Okay. Let us say a poor man is there. Okay, poor man is struggling for life. Another poor fellow comes, hey, don't worry, you can also be successful, he'll say. Right? Will this fellow get a confidence? That guy is also struggling, this guy is also struggling. But a rich man comes and says, hey, I was also like you. I struggled and I became rich like this. Then you get a confidence. Somebody has already become rich can tell you. Understand? So now Vedanta teaching is Tattvamasi, you are Brahman. If somebody has to teach you, you are Brahman, that person has to be Brahman. Otherwise, how will he teach you? Understand? A person who has not attained Brahman, he has not attained Brahman. How can he has a confidence to teach you are Brahman? Are you clear? Then what if he doesn't have the confidence, he will say, as per this scripture, this shloka, you are Brahman. He cannot say you are Brahman because he himself doesn't have the confidence that he is Brahman. Do you understand? So that way, but if he is Brahman, if he is Brahman, then he is no longer a human being. He is Ishvara himself. Understand? So that's why a Sadguru means Ishvara himself appear in human form. Mother Kali herself appeared in the form of Thotapuri to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa to give the teaching of Atma. Now, Mother Kali could have given her teaching directly. Why she has to appear as Guru? Why? Ishvara himself is a karma phala data. His role is limited to giving karma phala. Each person has a role function to perform. Understand? Say, for example, a mother has a role to perform. She will feed the children food. It's a role, right? Now, there are people in the street. She will not prepare the food and give to them. Ishvara, his role is to maintain the universe properly. Law and order. The law and order is called karma. Understand? So he will perform that role properly. Now, to get out of the cycle of the world, so it's like world is like a schooling system. In the schooling system, there's a discipline. Niyama is there. Rules and regulations are there. You have to learn law of karma. Ishvara maintains that law and order. Okay. To get out of the school, the final examinations to pass, then a teaching how to come out of the school is required. For that, Ishvara only has to take the form of Guru. He cannot, this role is different from that role. Ishvara's role is to maintain the order. Guru's role is to get you out of the order. And Guru has to come in human form. There's no other form possible. Why? Because the communication has to happen. If the communication has to happen, the human form is required. So in that sense, Ishvaro Guru Atmeti, the three steps: Bhakti, then Guru, and then Jnana. This is the process for getting Atma. There was a university in America where a professor used to drive around 200 miles every day to teach a class of 5 people and then goes back. Okay. Now, to teach 5 people, he is coming 200 miles. But that class is special. The professor is a Nobel laureate. In that class of 5 people, 4 people got Nobel Prize. To get a Nobel Prize, you have to work under the guidance of a Nobel laureate. Another ordinary science professor won't work. Understand? So like that, to get the highest dana, you need to work under the guidance of a realized master. But it is extremely difficult or impossible to find a realized master. Only good karma, Ishvara, Guru Atmeti. Ishvara has to show you. Are you clear?
Yes.
So, what is the next question?
Talk about Kali.
You want to talk about Kali? Okay.